Hi guys, welcome back to Origami Twist. Today's video is a beautiful starburst flower. It's got a couple of simple origami techniques in it, and I just wanted to point out that there are a couple of different, it's almost a choose your own adventure a little bit. There are a couple of different ways you can go, and I'm going to put links to each section of the tutorial in the description box below so that you can go to the one that's most appropriate to the supplies that you've got, because we're going in a couple different directions. Please like the video if you enjoy videos like this, and of course subscribe if you'd like to see future videos from me. I really appreciate it. And leave me a comment. I'd love to chat to you in the comment section below. All right, let's get to the tutorial. So what you're going to need is a 6" by 12" sheet of paper cut into 2 long strips. So each of these rectangles is 3 inches by 12 inches long. If your paper is a little bit shorter, say 8.5 by 11 or A4 size, that's okay. Just keep it at the 3 inches in order to get the 6" starburst. Okay, I've brought out my Stampin' Up! Scoreboard today and stylus to do the scoring, and I will also include instructions on how to do this without the scoreboard if you don't have one. So if you do have a scoreboard, you'll want your paper to be outside facing up and score at every inch. So 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 through 10 inch, and then 11, and of course 12 is the last one. Now flip your paper over and you're going to do another score every 1/2 inch. So 1/2, 1.5, 2.5, and so on. Now if you don't have a scoreboard, I'll do the other strip folded so that you can decide which one you're going to do. So you're going to fold the paper in half with the colored side up. And then open it up and bring each edge into the middle. And score both of those. You're then going to turn your paper over and bring one edge into the first crease. And tuck that under and bring that up, that next edge here into the middle crease. And you may not be able to see the creases here with my folding, but you should be able to see them on your own paper as you're doing it. So again, on the other side, edge into the first crease and crease, tuck it under, and again bring that edge into the middle. I'm going to open it up. This next fold is a little bit tricky because we are actually going to be folding the section here into thirds. It doesn't need to be exactly perfect, so don't worry about it too much if it's slightly off. We're not going to do any measuring, we're just going to go by eye. And you can see that I've marked out where that first score is right there. And you're just going to take the edge and bring it in so that this new little white strip that's created is the same width, or as close as you can get to the same width as the colored strip. So see that? This purple strip here is about the same width as that. What that will do is when you turn the paper over and bring the edge up to that first crease, is it will put your paper folded into thirds. Okay? And now that you've got this section folded up like that, all you have to do is flatten it down and then turn your paper over and fold it in just like you're making a fan like you used to do in school. So you're going to turn it over and fold it, turn it over, and that crease should be created already. And what's beautiful about that is that you can get an indication of whether you're close or not, so you can sort of work it out as you go. So fan, and we've come up to another one and it's pretty close. Turn it over, make a fan. You can see how having a scoreboard is actually going to save you a lot of time and thinking with this one. But it's not 100% necessary. You could absolutely do this project without one. Okay, and I'll just finish this off and see you in a minute. Okay, there we go. I've made up my fan and I've got my scored sheet, which I will also increase or deepen the creases on these and fold it up. Alright, so now we're just going to curve the edges of those petals. And I'm going to take at least one zigzag. You could do a couple of zigzags. Just don't make them, if you're doing cardstock, don't make this too thick, otherwise it won't be accurate. And then you're going to make sure that the back is facing up and go right into one of those creases with your scissors and cut almost a petal shape at the top, and then cut down along that crease until you're about a thumb's width from the end of the paper, making sure that your scissors have actually gone through right up till that point. So they haven't here, so I'll come back and just trim off a little bit more until it's separated. There you go. So see how it's creating petals? I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of it. So once again, I'll grab one or two at a time, making sure I'm going through both of them. Put my scissors right where that crease is and cut around, making sure you're not cutting into any other petals because you don't want to take a piece out of the rest of the flower. And you can see the same kind of thing here. We want to do a little bit more. Here you go, and keep going. Okay, there's one, and we're just going to do the same thing to this one. Great, now we've got two 3x12s cut into a big strip of petals. Now the next part could go two ways. You can either fold it all up again and glue it to make a rosette like this, because one's going to be half of the rosette and the other one's going to be the other half of the rosette. Or you can do the little origami trick where it sort of has like a dent into it. And one of the things I like about this one and why I recommend it is that, see how when it sort of drapes, it kind of comes down almost like a daisy or a Gerbera daisy. I was thinking you could put a lollipop in the middle of that, and then it would have like the stem and give it as a gift. Isn't that cool? So I definitely recommend trying it at least and see which one you like better. And here's how you do it. I'm going to start with the color side facing up, and just at the bottom here, you've got a fold here, and then it comes in and there's a crease here as well. I'm going to take this bottom edge here and fold it up so it meets the crease here. Just like a little triangle like that. See that? And then I'm going to do the same thing on the next one. And the same thing on the next one. Making sure that your little triangle stays just shy of that crease rather than going over it. It'll be really hard to work with if you don't. And then you do the same thing all the way down. There we go. So we folded those tabs in on all of them. But if you'll notice, you've got little triangles sticking out there, which is not as neat and tidy as this one. So essentially we're going to do an inside reverse fold, which is an origami fold. And since you've made these little creases here, all you're going to do is unfold it and then press down on that little triangle and it will collapse on itself. So same thing on the next one. Open it up, press down on the triangle, and it'll collapse and you can crease it. And again, same thing, press down, crease, press down. It's a great way to practice this sort of origami fold. And there we go. We've got all of these little inside reverse folds, and I'm now going to do the same to this strip. Fold the little triangles over and put the little folds inside out. Okay, great. Now that the petals are folded, we are going to glue the flower together. A tiny little drop in each one of those triangles, and I have found you can do them all at the same time. It's super fast. Less is more because you are going to find that it seeps out the sides as you press it together. It just creates less mess. So we've got glue in each little thing, and then press it all together. You can see how the glue is coming out the end. That as long as it's a glue that dries clear, that's not a problem, and just hold it together until it basically semi-sets. Okay, once it's set, you just pull each of those petals apart to make sure they're not stuck together, and you've got the bottom half of your flower. Now you just need to glue the other end, and we'll put them together. To put them together, you just need your glue and some either paper clips or little tiny clothespins, and just put a tiny strip of glue on one side of the end petal of each semicircle. There you go, and clip them together. More clips are better than less clips in this case, and neatly attached as well. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Okay, while that's drying, I just want to mention that I really want to have functional projects for you guys this year. And so I was thinking about the different things that you could do with these really cool flowers. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the things I came up with was to put a lollipop down through the center and maybe secure it with some green paper on the bottom to get it to stay, and make Gerber daisies for little gifts and things. Someone had mentioned, oh, how do I do origami gifts? Well, this isn't technically origami, but it would make a great gift. So you can have it sort of drape in different ways, and it really organic in a geometric way. My other thought was to put little mirrors, like little tiny mirrors, glue it to little mirrors, and then hang them on the wall in a big display. I thought that would be really fun, and I may actually do that today. I just like the idea of it, the look of it. It's really geometric and really pretty. So if you have any ideas for these, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to see them. And thank you very much for watching today. I hope you guys have a great day. I have a video coming on Friday, and I'm definitely going to be doing a craft supply purge ideas video, possibly Friday, but definitely sometime in the next week or two. So that is definitely coming, and as I said, we'll see you on Friday. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.